While Valorant has only just been announced and we aren't even playing the game yet, we want to take a look at what Riot Games has in store for us after the launch of the game. We now know that Valorant will launch with 12 heroes, 4 maps and multiple progression systems, but what will we get after the game has launched and everything has settled down? If you liked the video or learned something from it, a like and a sub would be greatly appreciated. Before we dive in, we want to mention the following. In our previous video on the progression systems of Valorant, we talked a bit about the ranked system that Riot wants to implement. This system will not be available at launch, but will instead come a couple months after release. Riot is planning to release the mode late 2020, so we'll have to wait a bit for that one. We posted our video on Reddit and got some great response on it, with also a ton of questions and comments from Riot employee Zulu. We want to discuss his comment real quick since we feel it's important information for you guys regarding our last video and to rectify some of the information. It also covers some post-launch content and progression system plans, so it combines our two videos beautifully. Riot Zulu had the following to say on Reddit. I wanted to jump in quickly and say that while the video does a great job of breaking down some of the features and functionality of systems we have planned, it's unfortunately not all accurate. I'm excited for us to share in detail how our competitive, progression and personalizations content systems will work, but not quite yet. This means that we can conclude that what we saw in January, or what we remember of it, isn't one-on-one what Riot is planning for Valorant. We can expect more information coming soon, and we'll be sure to make a video on the progression systems again after Riot has revealed their full plans for it. Now, let's dive into what we learned about post-launch content for Valorant. But again, this is just all information we have right now. Riot's full plans for their post-launch content haven't been revealed just yet, so the final plan will be way bigger than what we know right now. During our interview with game designer for Valorant, Trevor Rolemski, he spoke about some parts of post-launch content. We asked him if there will be any different game modes in the future, since we only got to see and play the attack and defense mode for now. On that, Trevor had the following to say. We are completely open to exploring new modes post-launch. With that being said, for now, we have this experience that we really want to craft and make sure that it is as good as it can be when jumping in the game. Trevor is explaining here that the team will look into making more game modes in which you can jump in with your favorite agents, but their focus at the launch of the game will be the attack and defense mode. So expect that game mode to be the main thing you will be playing for a while. Next to that, there is the training simulator we saw in one of the videos, which you can probably play as well, but that isn't a mode in which you can compete against others. Trevor went on to tell us more about what they are thinking about as well. He told us the following. We have a core ecosystem in which people will spend most of their time, but over time, we want to provide experiences for when you only have 10 minutes to play. Maybe you're not in it mentally or want to shoot around and practice various skills. We want to give those opportunities, but overall, we want to add these at a later time as we invest into the game. So again, Trevor is explaining that they want to add other game modes that are quick and fun at a later date, but their focus is the attack and defense mode for now. While no details on the 10-minute experiences were given just yet, we could theorize a bit over what we can expect and what we have seen in other games like Overwatch. Let us know in the comments down below what kind of fun other game modes you guys would like to see. These are a couple ideas that we have for the game. First of all, we want to see something that has helped the CSGO community a lot, the workshop mode. This isn't maybe the fun 10-minute experience that Trevor is talking about, but it comes in very handy to set up your game. I only recently learned about this, since I am a CSGO noob, but my little brother played the game a lot and is showing me the ropes of the game. In the workshop, you can easily, for example, copy the crosshairs of your favorite players. This is very easy to set up and insanely smart in my opinion. Valorant could use this as well. When looking at fun game modes, I immediately think of Overwatch. Their arcade, which also came post-launch for the game, has a ton of wacky modes in which you can still earn progress towards loot boxes and cosmetics. There is the classic free-for-all, which Call of Duty players should be familiar with as well. But you can also play a game of Capture the Flag on customized maps or play a quick game of the classic Team Deathmatch to not really test your skills in strategized play, but just have fun shooting and learning your skills for a bit. The game modes can become even crazier with stuff like Total Mayhem, in which characters get insane stats and reduced ultimate cooldowns, or in Mystery Heroes, where the game gives you a different character each time you revive. There is a ton of stuff to do within Overwatch besides trying to get the highest rank, which would suit Valorant just as well. I think that in regards of another game mode, Team Deathmatch should be high on the list for Valorant. I find this game mode extremely nice to warm up your aim and movement before diving into a real game of Counter-Strike, for example, but will also be huge for players that don't feel like playing Search and Destroy at all. A quick game to grab some kills in Deathmatch is fun. There is no pressure, just shooting and trying different heroes that you maybe normally don't try since you are not that good with them. I can imagine Jett's ultimate to be a bit tricky to use. How good would it be if you could test it out in a harmless game of deathmatch? Next to other game modes, Riot will add new heroes and maps throughout the year to keep the game fresh and players entertained. Some games have waited a long time with adding new stuff, and Riot is wary of that. At this time, Riot doesn't want to comment too much on the frequency of new agents and maps, but they want to make sure that we know it won't be a full year. The way the community feels about the game at that point in time plays a huge part, as Polygon is reporting. Koshitsky says the following: "Our character releases need to feel appreciable and never too far apart, so the players are never left waiting a whole year to get a new character, for example." But Koshitsky also says that the character team doesn't want to make additions just to say there's new content. Every new character changes the way you'll see and play the game. It's something new and fresh, and some will do it more than others. But we never want to add a character for the sake of adding a character. He says that future characters could specifically be designed around problems that players are having in the game. If attacking players are often having difficulty taking sites, for example, an agent that specializes in breaching bomb sites and killing the waiting defenders could be something the team investigates. Regarding the maps, senior game designer Salvatore Garozzo was just as fake but has the same mindset as for the agents. We're thinking anywhere in the range of 6 months to 12 months, but that really depends. Once we go live and see how players are reacting, are they clamoring for more maps? If so, we're playing up on the faster end of the spectrum. Their main goal is to add stuff if needed and not have a strict plan. If we all feel we need something, Riot will be there to try and provide it. There you have it, guys, a small glimpse of what's to come for the future of Valorant. Be sure to let us know what kind of game modes you would like to see. Maybe you are a huge fan of Lucio Ball or the PvE content of Overwatch, and you want to see that implemented into Valorant. Let us know, we love to hear from you guys and answer your questions. To that extent, Sven and I launched a Discord server in which we can talk about Valorant. You guys can ask us anything you want, and we want to play some games together. I will pin a comment with a link to our Discord server down below, so you can find it and join the conversation. We hope you enjoy our Valorant content, and if you do so, a like and a sub would be greatly appreciated. For now, we want to thank you for watching and hope to see you in the next one. Peace.